Oh, welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, this bit of sunshine, or should we say a lot of sunshine, too warm for me. Got my long sleeves on because at work, sitting in the van, the old sun does burn you through the screen. Not much for the hot weather. Do like those warm, cloudy days where you can get a bit of work done. But the summer fruiting raspberries are doing really well, and there's even some that I've even missed, and they've gone over. Just catching these berries just at the right time and catch them like that. It's ideal. If they're too red, obviously they don't taste as nice. And then, as you saw me eating one earlier, they just don't look as pleasing to the eye. But the way these are coming, I've only just picked this one side here. But getting crops like this, it's all about the actual maintenance. You can't just let them grow without giving them a little bit of love. So we give the summer ones have all this growth removed, and all the new growth is remains once they've finished fruiting. And over the winter we give them some log ashes, and then some liquid manure. And as the flowers came on these, I'll give them a nice little bit of comfrey. And that's the same with all my fruit, bar from blueberries if you've got them. But it doesn't take long with these to get a nice container full. I'll finish this container on the other side to fill this punnet up. I don't like to put them in too deep. This is what we get our cherry tomatoes in. Realistically, they're a bit deep, but there's so many. But we have to carry them back gently because these do mush down a bit. But we'll learn. Let's move on to the white currants. I'm so pleased that I managed to prune these a little bit better. There's a few at the bottom there that aren't quite ready, but the trouble is if I don't start taking a few now, and they'll go over. But having the fruit cage does certainly help to keep the birds off. Let's go for another area. But as these branches mature, there's some branches at the back there. I'll try and show you. Absolutely loaded. So I did limited pruning last year. Just the branches that were encroaching into the paths, and it seemed to work. It's so much easier to harvest than black currants. I tend to put a sheet on the floor and just go for it. But in this video, it's the fifth part of the raffle, so you'll be looking out for another word to add to the others. Sponsored by Mellif. So just keep watching if you want, but there will be the playlist at the end with all the videos on. But they certainly do look nice, and they are my favourite at the moment. So my friends from Mellif sent me various bits and bobs, 6 items. We've still got the sprayer, cordless sprayer. This is a cordless seed spreader, so it'll take their batteries or the equivalent DeWalt, etc. I thought this was quite novel. You've got the spreader there. You can actually have the directional change there. There's a button on the side for, I believe that's the speed, and then this button on the top opens up the actual how much application. The noise is a little bit loud, but it should quiet down as I press it. So we can open that up. It looks like you have to stop it to. There's the agitator, and then the speed on the side. For the spread rate, I think that's set roughly. I've got some sulphate of potash, fruit and flour. You could use grass seed, you could use whatever you wanted. This is just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to throw it anywhere. I might as well throw it on these beds if it works out. So we've set the right hole for this, I think. Obviously it's all for demonstration purposes. So we'll just increase the speed. Seems to work really well. Nice spread there. But if you're interested in this, why not check out Mellif? They haven't got a link for their things, but go to their website and have a little look at their items. And the next words you'll be after is robo crop. So you should now have 5 names. You'll need the 6th one when I do the next video, and then I'll give you the instructions. These lettuce look nice. This is the shaded part of my allotment. I'll leave that all there. Let's crack on with the fruit harvest, and we'll show you what we've got afterwards. So these are the black currant bushes. I'm growing them uphill. They generally just flop down, but I might put some strops up the middle, like we've tried on the autumn fruiting raspberries. But just at the moment, I've been picking the rather large, juicy ones. But you can normally tell as soon as you feel and pull on them whether they're going to come off or not. But once they've all come good, there's a nice one there. Once they all come good, I'll just literally yank them off. They go on the floor, so I tend to put a sheet down and then sort them afterwards. But just at the moment, just these few mixed in with some of the other berries does make a nice tangy pudding. And the smell is absolutely gorgeous. I think people at work think it's my new aftershave. Well, not so much aftershave, but you know what I mean. The smells we put on to cover up the smells that when we only have a shower on a Sunday, whether we want one or not. I spent another day in the bathroom today. It's a bit warm really, but I'll pick a few more. There won't be many. That's why I've only picked up a small. I'll collect these all year round. They get thinner and thinner, don't they, when we have our blueberries or whatever in. The good ones I tend to give a nice wash and put them away again and try and keep them out of the way of the mice, etc. This is the blackberry black currant bush that's next to those others, and this must be a different variety because all the berries are a little bit slower coming on, which is a good thing really. Just gives me a bit of a chance, so I'll have to be wary of that when I replace them. And the red currants are just starting to turn. It's Saturday the 21st of June. The last hot day, hopefully. Just taking a few of these off. Again, they're just not quite there. This is where I could do with the gloves, just to hold the branches, but these aren't too bad. It's when you get further down and you're having to move the branches to get those nice fruits. But what I'll show you at the end will be enough to keep me in puddings all week. I might start making some more crumbles. It'd be nice to get a few apples. Missed out on all the apples last year for some reason. I think people used to put them outside the houses. Started making cider or something. These thorns are a bit sharp. But this variety is a really nice one. There's another different variety. I haven't got a clue what varieties they are. But there's one over there as well. I don't think that one's quite ready. Anyway, I'll get this punnet picked. Definitely going to need to pick some more of those tonight. But the white currants, if you've never tried them, they're a little bit sweeter than the rest. The gooseberry bush that we was taking those off normally get issues with the sawfly. I used to shake the bush, all the caterpillars fell off. No issues this year, so well worth doing. And if you leave them on too long, you start to get these marks on them. Somebody did mention before what it was, but leave in the comments. Please leave in the comments anything you like about fruit or anything else. And let's have those. Anything else that you'd like. And don't forget, make a note of today's word, robo-crop. All the words do relate to this blog. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of the fruit cage. It's part 3. I'll make a little playlist to go on the end screen with a few other playlists for your entertainment. But this cost me roughly £100 using some recycled materials. And then I tried to use pea netting. I ended up using pond netting. The birds can still dive into it and make a hole in it, but it's well worth spending the money, because one year I ended up having nearly £2,000 worth of raspberries and fruit just from the fruit cage itself. And my allotments only cost £80 a year, the 2 allotments. And yes, we can get it cheaper in the shops as well, but at least we know what's gone into our fruit. We know the birds have pooped on the fruit. We have to be careful of that. We know there's insects on the fruit. Just remember, when you're taking a bite out of anything, just don't look at it. you might get something extra that you don't really like. But if you've liked the content, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down for the interaction. Please leave me a comment, and why not consider subscribing to see what else we get up to. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Try for now. Don't forget the end screens.